So I've already shared with you my reading plans for 2023, but I just thought I'd talk a little bit about some channel plans for next year. Let's have a chat. What's up guys, welcome back to Unlimited Reads. My name is Chris and today I'll be sharing with you some channel plans for next year. I've already discussed what I'm reading next year, but just wanted to touch upon some changes I'm going to be making to some content and some structure moving forward. Now you'll probably notice I'm wearing a jumper today because down here in Victoria where I live in Australia, it is meant to be our summer, but we haven't had a single hot day since the start of December, which is meant to be our summer, so I've been forced to rug up. Because it is very chilly, so not much I can do about that, but what can you do? It is what it is, I guess. So let's move right into it with the first change. So I'm not going to be doing monthly TBR videos as such. I've rebranded those as reading plans for whatever month, so reading plans for March, reading plans for April, etc. The reason I did that is because I didn't want to restrict myself. What I was doing with TBR videos was at the end of a particular month, I was setting aside a stack of books, maybe 4 or 5 books to commit to, but I found that was too restrictive because as a month went on, my tastes would change, my moods would change, and I more often than not found myself veering off course and reading something completely different. So what I thought I would do instead is rebrand the videos as reading plans for whatever month, choose maybe 8 to 10 books to choose from so that I've got a fair bit of choice and not as restrictive, and make plans sort of loosely because plans don't always come to pass as you expect. And I thought, well, if I have a little bit more choice of books, I'll certainly be able to commit a little bit better to that. So it's just a bit of a change with format with those. Now I'm also going to be still doing my monthly wrap-ups, which I think is very important to share that with you, just to go through some statistics on the channel, the books I read on that particular month, what actually happened on the channel, and more importantly, I'll be still keeping the book of the month segment there as well, because I think it's pretty important to share that with you, and it certainly can spark conversation on people might respond by telling you what their favorite book of the month was, but I think a book of the month is very important to share. Now, the main change I'm making is I'm scrapping weekly reading wrap-ups. Now, the main reason I'm doing that is because weekly reading wrap-ups aren't very popular. They're not viewed very much on the channel, and I think that people don't need to know what I actually got up to during the week aside from reading. And what I found that I was doing in weekly reading wrap-up videos anyway was reviewing the books that I read. So normally a weekly reading wrap-up video would go up on a Sunday, and I thought, well, if I read 2 books a week, which I average anyway, and I review those books, why don't I just put up a standard book review video instead, so that people know it's an actual book review video, and they wouldn't realize that clicking past a weekly wrap-up video that a review was embedded in there. So I thought it's going to be really good to do it that way, because part of the really major focus next year for the channel is by doing a lot more book reviews, because it's important to create that awareness of books to people and share my thoughts and reactions on books I'm reading, because someone might be interested in Robert R. McCammon and they haven't tried him before, and people have responded to me with reviews I have done on McCammon's books in particular, saying to me that yeah, they wouldn't mind trying that author. So I think rather than the reading wrap-up videos not being popular, people are more likely to click on a book review video anyway. So that is one of the major changes that I'll be doing. Now, also, I'm introducing a couple of new segments. I'm actually going to be doing, for the first time on the channel, reading projects, which will be ongoing for however many years that goes for. I've chosen 2 authors to do these reading projects for next year. The first author is Agatha Christie. I've never read her before. It's a way for me to explore different crime novels and crime fiction, and I thought Hercule Poirot is the perfect starting point for me, and I've got certainly my first 3 reads lined up. how could I not do a reading project on Poirot without reading the most famous books ever? So I've got Murder on the Orient Express lined up, followed by Death on the Nile, and then I'm going back to the start of the list and working my way through chronologically. So it'll be The Mysterious Affair at Styles that I'll be reading after Death on the Nile, and I'm certainly looking forward to sharing with you my thoughts and reactions on what I think of the Poirot books. And look, I haven't seen any Poirot episodes. I haven't seen the latest movies with Kenneth Branagh, so I don't know who the murderer is on the Orient Express, and I don't know who the culprit is on Death of the Nile. So I'm going in fairly ignorant, but I'm certainly looking forward to sharing all that with you. The second author I'm doing a reading project for is Lee Child. I'm going to be rereading the Jack Reacher books and sharing those thoughts and reactions, and reviewing all these books as well, I might add, just so that I can create some awareness there, because in recent times, looking at the data on the channel, people are wanting Jack Reacher content, and I thought it was a foregone conclusion and pretty obvious that I should be doing a bit more Jack Reacher content. So I'm going to be reviewing every book in chronological order, and I'll also be inviting people along to read along with me, because I have had a couple of people express interest in that. So I'm really looking forward to doing that and reviewing all the books, and what it's all about for me is doing a lot more book reviews on the channel, which I think will take off quite well. And I'm going to be doing a lot more top 10 segments as well, because feedback I have received on the channel, people want to see a lot more top 10s, which I'm going to deliver. And more importantly, another segment I'm going to introduce is why you should read. So I have done why you should read Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. I have done why you should read the Jack Reacher books. So I'm going to be doing a few more of those, including why you should read the Michael Bennett series by James Patterson, why you should read the Jack Morgan Private series by James Patterson, why you should read Jack West Jr. by Matthew Riley, why you should read Clive Cussler's Dirk Pitt series, and why you should read Skullduggery Pleasant, for instance. So that is going to be another focus, and I'm going to be doing a lot more live chats as well, just jumping online at various points and just talking about nothing. So they're the plans for next year, guys. I was happy to share those with you, and I just find it important to share with you what's going on and what I want to do with the channel moving forward, and I think it's going to work really well. So thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and offer up any comments below, and until next time, guys, I'll see you later.